It looks great.
Yeah, it looks fresh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that is nice is it doesn't require that you install any apps. It'll run all in the browser. Um, sometimes that gets people where they don't want to install like an app or whatnot. So, yeah. I'm unsure if someone's trying to be clever and have my name in there, or if it actually has me twice. I'm not sure why that is. If you can hear me and you named yourself Joe Workman, let's not. I don't want to confuse people. How's it going, David?
All right, thank you. It took me a little while to find out where we was.
Oh, sorry about that.
Not a
Chris,
problem.
are you eating tacos or what?
Panera.
Oh, Panera
It's not
bread.
orange.
Okay.
I've been here since I think 9 o'clock, and it is now 1:30.
Oh, why?
I've been waiting for my car, man.
Oh, your car? Oh no.
Yeah. The engine mounts need to be replaced, and so.
Ooh, that's a bad one. That's an expensive one.
Not if you have a good mechanic who cuts you a deal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So yeah, it's one of those.
Website for free.
Yeah. If he didn't work out of his house, then he's more word of mouth kind of guy.
I mean, yeah. I mean, because I got quotes to change the engine mounts on my van, and it was like thousands of dollars.
Really? No,
Yeah.
This guy's only charging me like $300.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Drive your van down. We'll go to this guy. We'll make a day of it. We'll sit at Panera Bread together.
Nice. I need to know a guy then,
cool.
huh?
Yeah, well, you know a guy in Texas at least. Well, let's see how successful this sessions thing is. I think, David, the last time I did one of these was with you, and we had a hell of a time getting the screen to
it didn't
share.
work, did it?
Yeah, we'll see. I've only ever done one-on-ones with it, so it'll be interesting to see how it behaves in a larger group setting. So yeah.
Well, we can actually talk on here. We couldn't, could we? Really, Chris?
No, it was a bit wonky. But what's interesting though for me is I have the Sessions app installed, and yet it's still
it doesn't
open in the browser.
Yeah, so if you want to, I mean to send them a message about that. That'd be really nice. But yeah, I mean, you'd have to open up the Sessions app and then like put in the Sessions URL to join. It doesn't like automatically do it. So
damn, and I was really hoping to use the Sessions app because I haven't used it. You know, I'm gonna pop out.
You pop out and pop back in. Yeah.
All right. How do I end this thing? There we go.
Excellent. Oh, people are starting to come in now.
Yeah. Oh, I was playing with what's his name's initials thing today.
Oh yeah, how is that? How is that? I haven't played around with it at all.
Oh, have you downloaded it?
I have not. No. Is it cool? I'll admit I've been pretty busy. I haven't even looked at the demo for it yet.
Yeah, no, I've got it working, but when you scroll up, it's supposed to change, but I can't get it to scroll until it's halfway out of view.
Oh.
So, but I've got it looking nice. What I want.
He always makes very attractive things, you know?
Yeah.
It's like it has a very specific style or whatnot, but if you need that thing, like boom, that's it's money.
And I thought for like with the other 20% off, it only came to like £12 something.
Nice.
There's nothing. It's worth getting.
Steve's here. Long time no see, buddy.
Oh. I see. Having a clear out there. It's like a pile of rubbish behind him.
So can you put like it just you can use any text or any font, and why don't you give us a little tour of it, David, if you want, if you don't mind. That'll be interesting. I'd like to see it.
How do we do that on here?
Oh, I think on the bottom there's like a little computer with an arrow on it. On the
Oh, yeah, it's right in between the speaker and the
yeah.
yeah.
So that was unsuccessful.
Window,
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Interesting.
I couldn't see where to join a session from the app. Nothing.
Okay.
It was only to create.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Can't share
That's
screen. The browser might
That's
not
an oversight.
have screen recording. Yeah, because you're recording it. It won't let us share.
Yeah. Well, it's not letting you share. I set.
No, it says because I'm not recording. Try again. So
this is
allow to share. Don't allow. Allow to share window.
Yeah. This is what we ran into the last time.
Yeah.
And that little.
Oh, there he goes.
There you go.
Boom.
Oh,
Little inception, but we're good.
Whose screen is that?
That's yours.
Oh, yours.
That was mine. Because I was trying to share. I was trying to figure it out.
Oh, that was yours, Chris. Oh, I thought it was David's.
Yeah, basically what it does is it will open up that little green camera icon in the top bar where your clock is.
Yeah.
And it will ask you up there if you want to share. So
yeah, because basically it uses that new system sharing feature in Mac OS. Yeah.
It's taken me to that now.
I think this Hangout's going to be all about figuring out just how to navigate sessions.
Hopefully not.
Let's see. All right.
Well, anyone have any questions while David's playing around?
Setting.
Man, easy going day today then, huh?
Oh, Apple Watch it wants to do, so come on, yeah.
Let's see, what were they?
Oh, right. I think you've got to install. Yeah.
Did everyone try out that Ryan had posted about a couple of
SVG? Me to find the app in order to screen share, so I'd have to download the app before you can tell it to do anything.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that, David. Sorry about that. Learning curves. Here, let me see. Let me share mine. Screen.
Yeah. Hey, must be nice to use the app.
You guys seeing my screen now?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Ryan was, man, Apple really broke this stuff. Pissed me off. A couple resources. I was going to send them out in a Weaver Bytes either today or tomorrow.
Oh, yeah,
I haven't played with either of them yet. Actually, I'll be honest, it's the first time I've actually opened either of them either. So
yeah, I bookmarked that one as well.
So yeah, it looks like a interesting open source SVG library. So just a 500,000 SVGs. Wow, that's crazy. Let's see if we got a taco. Oh, look at how many tacos they got.
Yes, we do.
On a nice orange one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see, look, it even has orange.
Done and done.
That's cool. For those that don't know, I do like Nucleo. It's a nice app. I think it's like
I've got that one.
Yeah, it's kind of my go-to. Every time you open it, you got to update it though.
Shouldn't there be a Great Dane taco there?
Yeah, Great Dane taco. Yeah, exactly. we'll download it. But so yeah, Nucleo is just a dedicated Mac app, and it just has all kind, and you can like dynamically tweak the colors of the SVG and all that stuff right on the fly. Really cool app. It is not free though. It is $99. And I used it for years, and just recently, I think it was I don't know, a few months ago, they came out with like an update version that gave you more stuff. I don't remember all the details, but I did pay an upgrade fee for it. But they're constantly coming up with new icons and whatnot. You can also add in your own. So like I added in Font Awesome 5 icons in here as well. And a bunch of some other icons that I just had laying around from my
And you
my
have them
Mac.
all in one place.
Yeah, exactly. That way they're all in one place. Exactly. So yeah, Nucleo. It's pretty good. Now this SVG, oh my, I've heard about SVG, oh my god. Here, let's can we just let's download this taco. Let's see what it does. All right, so I'm gonna download this taco. Just chuck it on my desktop here. And let's see, I was curious. So it's 54 kilobytes. And just for fun, let's load it into VS Code. Just kind of see what it looks like. That's what it looks like. All right. And so let's go ahead and drag and drop this bad boy here. And what does this do? Show original, compare gzip, pretty fine markup. You can remove a whole bunch of stuff from it. That could be dangerous though. Like removing some stuff, yeah, that could be dangerous. Remove titles, remove descriptions. It did shrink it from, it says 16 kilobytes to 9 kilobytes though. Merge paths. Oh, I turned those off, but they were, okay. All right, let's download that. Let's see what it looks like. All right, so it did completely. If you notice, this was the original, and the original is like a very nice.
It hasn't got all the crap above the SVG bit, has it?
Yep. And then here it's pretty much compressed the SVG, and probably done removed a bunch of other what it thought was non-essential things. So, but it did shrink it by almost half. So that's kind of interesting. At least I think. Oh, hold on. It is how many? This is 31 kilobytes though. What the heck? Let's put it on my desktop. Let's keep both. Whoa, that's interesting. So if we look, it says it shrank it down to 9.6 kilobytes, but if we look at the file that it downloaded, it's 32 kilobytes. What?
It lied.
That's double the, hold on. Okay, it did shrink it in half though. Okay, for some reason, what did I look at before that said it was 15 kilobytes? Oh well. So it did goes from 54 kilobytes to 32 kilobytes. So it did shrink it, but it's not what it says here. That's some false advertising. Another tool. So I you guys have probably seen I talk about image shrinker all the time.
I like that one.
All right. If you didn't know, image shrinker also works with SVGs. So here, just for fun, I'm going to take this 54 kilobyte SVG. We're going to plop it in there, and let's see what size it made it. 29 kilobytes. So that beat out SVG. Oh my god.
I usually use image optimizer and then that image shrinker.
Oh, okay. Image optimizer. I don't have that. I don't think I have that one.
Yeah.
Joe, this is a question. You got that originally to shrink by unselecting some of the extraneous information, which is fine. The question is, when you throw it into image shrinker, what is it exactly? How is it exactly shrinking it? Is it taking out the data that's unnecessary, or is it working with the pixels?
So SVGs don't have pixels. Okay. So yeah, SVGs don't have pixels. What it does is an image shrinker has very small amount of settings. So I'll be honest, I'm not exactly sure of what it is doing. If we look at this, this is the shrunk version. Okay. So if you noticed, before this was like a very pretty looking SVG file, right? It looked like, you could see everything and kind of read it. And now it just looks like a big, huge amount of gibberish. Okay. So I don't know exactly everything that it did. But it did shrink it, and it did, if we take this SVG and we can just chuck it into Safari, it still looks like the same taco. So yeah, here, let's go ahead and download that original one. Again, I think it was this one.
Yeah, because that would be interesting. If you're going to compare them, you can't just look at file size. You got to look at.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, what data is getting thrown out?
All right. So again, I don't know exactly what is getting thrown out. But here are the two files. This one is semi-readable, is obviously it has SVG speak, right? Now, if you're curious what an SVG is, okay, SVG is a vector graphic, right? And essentially what it does is you define an SVG is a set of instructions for the browser on how to draw the image. Okay. I don't know if that here, let me stop sharing my screen really quick. How do I stop? Oh, there we go. Okay. So a JPEG, okay. I'm going to simplify these explanations, but let's look at a JPEG. A JPEG, think of an image as a grid of pixels. Okay. And the first pixel at the top left corner is going to be black. The next one is going to be red. The next one, that's essentially what a JPEG is, right? Every single pixel has a color assignment. Okay. That's the extremely simplified version of what a JPEG or a PNG are. Okay. Or any bitmap related image. Now, and if you were to open up a JPEG in a text editor, it would look literally like gibberish because it's a binary file. Okay, you cannot you can't read it. But if you saw what I just did right now, is you can look at an SVG. Okay, and the reason is an SVG is a set of instructions, and that's why SVGs are good, because they can be infinitely, you can make them as large or small as you want, and they will still look crisp. And that's because it isn't a defined grid of pixels, it's instructions on how the browser should draw that image. Okay. So let's take a simple SVG, which is a square. Okay. It basically says, start at the top left corner, move over, 100%, turn 90 degrees, move down, turn 90 degrees, move down. And basically we're telling it how to draw a path. Okay. So it doesn't matter if it's 1,000 pixels or 100 pixels, it knows to go over, down, up, it knows exactly how to draw that square. Okay. This is why, you can't take any image like a JPEG or a PNG and just make it an SVG. It's just not possible. They're two completely different formats. Okay. So while there are some people that think that they can, some people will let's say export a JPEG as a PNG. And a lot of what software will do is it'll just take that JPEG, embed it into an SVG file and say, you have an SVG, but it's not what that is. Okay. It's just a binary JPEG embedded inside of an SVG. It's just like adding an image to a web page. It's the same thing. Okay. So an actual SVG contains an instruction set. Now, there is now for also simpler images have very small SVG files, like a square or a heart, or even this taco is relatively small. If you have you can have an SVGs that are like megabytes big, and that's because if it's a very complex image, there could be just an obscene amount of rules to create that image. And at that point, it might be kind of a law of diminishing returns where a JPEG might be better for that rather than having this megabyte, SVG file. So, SVGs aren't always the right solution. I kind of went down a rabbit hole there. Did that help answer your question though?
Yeah, it did.
Perfect. Okay, let's get back to my screen here. Okay. So yeah, what exactly did it remove? I don't know, Jody. And I'm not good enough at SVG to really analyze this, to be perfectly honest with you. I do know basically a lot of this is it just basically consolidated all of these. So if I just do like this, it basically just like consolidated into one big huge line. And so basically a lot of what those tools will do is it gets rid of a lot of white space like this, right? So, I mean, because in languages, XML based languages like HTML and SVGs, basically languages that have these little tags, it doesn't matter how the white space, like this is the same as what you just saw 10 seconds ago. All this white space is just ignored. Okay. It's the same as if I had no white space. So the first thing a lot of these tools do is it removes all the white space, which makes it harder to visually see because you see it's just this blob now, right? But if we look in here, there are individual tags. Like here's a path tag right here, right? So there's a path, right? Here's another path, right? And these path, and then there's also a fill. So if we look at this, let's look at this one line for fun, okay? Essentially, there's a path, and it has this D, which basically this is the rule, and it's the instruction set. I'm not going to even attempt to figure out where this instruction set is going, but it is an instruction set on where it needs to draw a particular line. And then here is it says inside of that line, fill that with this color. Okay. And so I'm assuming this is probably the taco since it kind of looks like it's that color, right? This one is this path here probably draws maybe a little piece of one of those small pieces of lettuce because you see it has a fill color there, right? So this path is a piece of lettuce, most likely, right? And as you see, there's just all these other paths in here and they all have a fill color. And that's what defines what this taco is. So there we go. So yet again, I think image shrinker. So while SVG, oh my God, might be great, the simplicity of the image shrinker, I think is just great because you don't need to know. I think a lot of this confuses a lot of people. Even me, I'll be honest. I'm like, I don't know what all these do. I don't know. But yeah, I've had good luck with image shrinker, shrinking down my SVGs and still having them work just as they did before, but save me a few kilobytes here and there. Okay. Hopefully that helps.
Yeah. Oh, just a quick one to Chris. I've managed to get a side menu on Cumbre as well now working.
Oh, it's good. Very cool. You mean on the main page itself or on the admin
Well, it'll
page?
be everywhere.
Already on
I've only
good.
got it working on the front page, but it will work everywhere.
That's
Nice.
cool.
I
Hey,
want to make a
are they
load
able to
more of
get
the I made a load more HTML copy things as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've actually started to do a few for just for me. Like I'm getting them all like in different projects, and I'm going to move them over to Cumbre as soon as I can. But Joe, I got the app to work. Basically, I logged out of the other one or the session online, and then I went to the home screen of the app, and it just popped up on the side. I think it's like a history. So at least there's a workaround for that.
Interesting.
So I just joined.
Good to know.
Joined that session. Yeah, and I already emailed them a little note saying, "Hey, fix it."
Yeah. Sweet. Anyone have any other questions or talking points they'd like to chit chat about? See, we got some new guys. Oh, Harry's here. Bill's here. Fernando.
Yes.
How's it going? I'm learning this new thing. I wonder if you can shift around, like hide people that aren't showing their video like Zoom does. Interesting.
I definitely noticed the audio quality is not well. Okay, I know. I was gonna say I noticed the audio quality when you were talking, Joe. It sounded a little bit like stuff behind you, but there's a setting in your settings at the top where you can go into audio and toggle on the noise reduction.
Oh, noise reduction. Oh, okay. Oh, do you guys hear some background noise? My gardener was here a few minutes ago, so I
heard that.
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
That's what I was hearing. Yeah.
I've asked him, like,
in.
please come after 1 p.m. on Wednesdays, please. But some days he doesn't.
I hear a lot of like feedback and miscellaneous garbleness in the background.
That's your headphones, buddy.
I'll turn on noise
Everybody
reduction.
but Joe sounds like they're a little bit underwater. Like Chris, you sounded when you were talking, it was just slightly underwater, a bit muffled. Joe's coming in very clear.
Okay.
I am on my AirPod, right? And so that may have something to do with it. And I'm in a restaurant right now.
Oh.
Yeah, I was thinking, Chris, actually, as well, it might be nice if we had somewhere where you could sort of like share things like the HTML bits that people have made so everyone can sort of see what other people are doing.
Oh, for the total CMS for Coombr, the total CMS like share to clipboard thing?
Yeah,
probably
that and
have something
whatever
on
else
the
people are doing.
Community. Community site could be a good place for that. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, but the trouble is, I mean, I suppose most people have bought it, but then you don't really want people that haven't bought it to download a project file. Like I noticed someone done a few months ago, one of Davide's projects was put on on Weaver Space.
Harry, did you figure out? So I just replied to you before this about, at least I think it was you, about the depot.
I just saw it.
So, like, you mind if I I'll share my screen and I'll show you. If you don't mind, I can kind of share and we can work on that a little bit here.
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Let me bring up your site really quick, and then I'll share my screen after I bring it up.
I saw you were uploading stuff and it worked, and I saw it working. And I looked on the server and the file looked perfect, and every
okay, so the file that I uploaded was correct.
It was correct and it did work.
Oh, it's over there.
But I tried it again today, like I wrote you, and again it got renamed. Uploading through.
All right. So you watch me do it, and then you tell me what if I did anything different than you. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see a shared screen though.
Yeah, I'm loading up your webpage first, and so people don't have to look at all my Zendesk stuff here.
Yeah.
Looking for the URL and the login. 1 second. In here.
And like I wrote you, the one file I uploaded directly through Transmit, and the other one went over Total CMS into Depot.
Okay. And then let me download the file. Question. All right. Let me share. All right. So here is your depot page. Let me just back up and let everyone know what's going on so that they know
Yeah,
what
sure,
we're talking
absolutely.
about. So Harry has a depot, and here we have a file. If we look at the file name, it has some umlauts in it, okay, or some UTF-8 characters. So we have the C and the O, and when he was uploading them, those characters were getting removed. So for it, actually, if you look at the examples here and here, you'll notice that this first example here, the C doesn't have the umlaut. It's a normal C, right? Just a Latin C. Whereas if you look at this one, it has it. So so basically, Harry, I'm just going to do it right now. I'm in Safari. I am running, let's say, Safari 17.3.1. I am on a Mac M2 Mac running Sonoma 14.3. Okay. Not sure
Okay.
if that differs from you. Okay. Just trying to get all the variables.
Yeah.
So I'm going to drag this in. And if we go ahead and let's reload the page, right, we'll see that this file has been uploaded. And if we go ahead and just look at that URL, okay, it does have the umlauts. And if you check on your server right now, Harry, the file is correct.
I can't check right now because I'm not on the computer that I have transmit on right now.
Okay.
But you can look at the download page of the same URL to see if it's correctly displayed.
And there it is.
So
Yep.
just go mirdetect.de/download TCMS.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Here, let me download TCMS.
That's right. So that's the site that displays the files.
Okay.
And they're there.
Yep. And it has the correct characters.
Absolutely.
Okay. So
And the very top file, that's the one that I uploaded earlier. That
Mhm.
one, and there the characters are gone. So they're just the dashes instead of the characters.
I see that.
And if you look on the server, if I open transmit and I look on the server, the file got renamed.
Hmm.
So it must be on the upload side and not on the display side. Because here the file name is displayed correctly, because that is the file name that is in the depot.
So, well, the question is, what is different? Like, it's like, because you just saw I did it, right?
Yeah.
Um.
But you see the top two files, and
Yep.
the bottom file, this one, that one, I
Mhm.
upload the top file. I uploaded with total CMS, and this one that you're on right now, I uploaded with transmit.
How are you naming the file? Like, is there any sort of is there a difference in these characters between your machine and my machine? I do not know. So if I click on this, okay, so I'm going to click. This is from this file was named from your machine, not from mine.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
All right. So I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to upload it into this.
You mean that could be a reason?
Oh, look, it changed. So how is that different than this?
Yeah, good question.
What are you making the PDFs with?
With Acrobat Reader, with the normal Acrobat.
What ones are yours made with, Joe?
Well, I'm using his PDFs, but it's the names of the files, not the files themselves.
It looks like it, yeah. Because when you upload mine, it gets renamed.
Yeah. But when I uploaded this one, it didn't. Even though it looks like it has the same characters.
Yeah. Strange.
I'm going to do C was it O? Yeah, what? O with the little tilde on it, the tilde, this one. And then I'm going to retype all these characters. Let's do 1. Seven. All right. I'm going to delete these so you don't have all these files on your server. All right. And so I renamed this one. I'm going to upload it again. All right. Well, it did it again. It did.
Yeah.
All right. So how is that different than when I upload this one? And this one. Oh, wait, what? I thought it renamed it. Hold on. Oh, no, it's there now. It's correct.
It's there, yeah.
And all I did is retype the name from my Mac. So how is the characters from your Mac different than the characters on my Mac?
It's not necessarily on my Mac because that is the client file.
Oh,
so
okay.
they work on PC, but it's the client file. They named the file.
Oh.
But I mean, what should be different with it?
Yeah, that is strange. It's definitely how.
And what do you need to do different to not get the effect of renaming?
As you saw, I just typed the same characters. That's all yeah.
If they're using a PC, are they using Microsoft Office to create the PDF files? Or 365 as it is now?
But isn't that a standard letter format?
I would think so.
I think so.
What's it called? UTF-8 or something like that, right?
Yes. Yeah, UTF-8 character. Someone outside?
Oops, what's that? Wind in somebody's mic?
A quick search says Windows uses UTF-16.
Okay.
Could be going from UTF-16 or UTF-8.
Oh, so it's some sort of conversion, like it's a. Okay, could be. Let me share my screen again. So let's see. This is a pasted from the Windows file. Let's just. Yeah, I mean, it looks exactly the same. Yeah, Steve could be right. Maybe the file name is formatted with some sort of. It's definitely something unusual about how that text is formatted.
Yeah.
I don't have an answer at this moment. I mean, if I didn't see this, I wouldn't believe it. But
Same with me. Same with me.
A shame Sean isn't here because he's got about 2,000. His 365 licenses with Microsoft are something like $2,000 a month.
Mm.
They pay out in Dubai, so he'd be able to test it out.
So you're saying the difference is UTF-16 against UTF-8?
Possibly. I honestly don't know that Steve has discovered that could definitely potentially be the problem. But I do not know. I can't definitively say that right now.
But do we know the difference between UTF-16 and UTF-8?
It's the way the characters are encoded, right? And let me see, I don't even know if PHP supports UTF-16. 1 second.
But if that is the case, we shouldn't be the only ones having this problem.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen this too. So I'm.
It wouldn't be anything to do with the server. Not that I know, but just a thought.
The server side. I talked to the provider already, and they installed extra language sets to be able to display those kind of characters.
And I told you that could have been the issue. And it's good that they did do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have a solution yet, but
Yeah.
I'll have to think about it. Okay. And if you want to dive into it as well, I mean, for now, it seems like if you were to rename the file on your computer and upload it, that would solve the problem, I assume. Give that a test.
Probably.
Yep.
I tried that.
Yep. Give that a shot. For now, at least that's a temporary. I know it's not a permanent workaround, but it's at least a temporary workaround.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is the total CMS system is supposed to work for the client, and if the client has just PCs,
is the client uploading these? I thought you said you were uploading them.
For now, yes, just in test mode.
Yeah, well,
still.
yes. Yep. I'll have to look into it more. This is the first time I've seen something like this, so it's completely new to me.
Yeah, but if I understand it right, then it must have been something to do with the way Total CMS handles the file. It handles the UTF-16 to the UTF-8.
Yes, so
right?
I added. I mean, Total CMS does support UTF-8 characters. It was quite a bit of work to, get all that working, and it works great. Sure. But obviously, there's an issue with UTF-16, and I'll be honest, I've never seen this. I've never had this come up in 8 years of. So maybe it's something specific to your client's machine. I don't know, but I didn't even know people. People did that.
If you need a problem or if you need a beta tester, just give me a call.
Okay. You're full of problems.
I find a problem for you. I find a problem for you.
I appreciate it.
I was just thinking, Mike, I think you've got some different stacks for uploading as well, haven't you, Joe? So maybe it might be just that.
I mean, he's using Total CMS, so I don't think, trying to use a different upload, stack would change anything. I mean, the file does upload. It's just renaming the file on the server, is what the problem is. So I'll look into it.
Yeah, that'll be perfect.
Thank you. Well, that was interesting.
You just
And I
have to
haven't-
find
the-
someone
yeah.
with a Microsoft machine to play with.
Yeah. And this other problem with that I wrote into the community earlier today about the file size of PDF,
Mm-hmm.
and you were pointing out the PHP ini that I need to, or Scott was pointing it out that I need to edit that PHP ini. I didn't find it on the server. Where am I supposed to find it on the server?
Like I said, a lot of times the PHP ini file is outside of your, directories. So it's something, if it's not a part of your cpanel, then
Yeah.
it's something that you might need to ask the host to look at.
Okay.
It looks like your server's set to have a upload max size of 64 megabytes.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what they wrote on the help desk too.
yeah, that's what I'm seeing. And what size file are you trying to upload that it's failing?
6 MB.
6 megabytes. I think the ones that I just uploaded were around that size, right? That's
Must be something like that. Yeah,
2.
maybe 5.5 or something like that,
Let's see if I can.
or 2.4, possible too. It seems like it is uploading, but when it is finishing the uploading process,
Mm-hmm.
then I get a red cross, so it cancels the uploading process.
All right. Here's a PDF that I can upload. It's 10 megabytes. Let's go ahead and see.
That looks good.
It uploaded. That one's 10 megabytes.
Yeah, which looked okay, and you got the
Yep.
green check too.
Yep.
So that works.
Here, let's try a larger one. I have no idea. This one's 22 megabytes. There you go. Looked like it was all good.
Yeah. Looks
There.
good. Yeah. So,
So
that can't be the problem.
Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, if it's failing, first thing to do is you could look at the browser console for reasons it's failing. You can also look at the cms.log to see if potentially there's any errors in there.
Okay.
That can give us clues.
But the file is not going to be in the depot, so there is no file arriving there.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if the upload failed, then that could be the problem. Or I mean, yeah, if the upload failed, the file's not going to be in the depot. So you have to figure out why. So the cms.log could have an error, or also look in the browser console and see if there's any errors in there that could help. And then once you find the error, maybe the error will be obvious, maybe not, and let us know.
Yeah. Okay. I checked that. Cool. Thanks.
Oh, no problem.
Hey, back to the SVGs.
Yes?
I just looked up Nucleo.
Uh-huh.
It looks like it's $89 now.
Oh, nice.
It had been $99, but it looks like the base price is now $89.
Nice. Yeah, it's a nice app. I do like it. I recommend it. Anyone play with Bento? No? No one's playing with Bento? I know Bill Burden has been.
I have.
Oh, yeah?
I realized I haven't republished my website in like 3 years. So I was on the community this morning having problems with, well, you commented on my 404. But I threw a page together with Bento and then used Drift with it so that as you scroll, the Bento boxes move and zoom in and out.
Oh, cool.
But now I think I'm going to have to go through and I get this whole index.php HTML thing going on. So I'm guessing I have to delete files on the cPanel, or I don't know where my server is.
I like just using an FTP app. I think it's a lot easier than cPanel, but yeah, you can use cPanel to delete the files. A lot of times what I'll do is I make all my pages index.php, whether or not it needs it or not. That way, and then also in the project settings, you can just default any new page to be PHP.
I looked for that. I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
It was mentioned 2 years ago on the forum too, about the settings. I couldn't find that. But if the page says index.html, can I just retype it on that page to say .php?
Yes, you can.
Will it revert back to HTML when it publishes?
It shouldn't, no.
It's in the advanced settings, isn't it?
Yeah, in the project, if you go to, I think it's in advanced settings of your project file, there's a default extension, and just say PHP there. That way, it won't change the extension for all the existing files. It'll only change it for new files.
Okay. So I still need to get in and delete the old files.
Yes.
That's what's going on. That's why you're getting the 404. That's why my stuff. So Joe, I tried. I'm assuming once that's done, I won't have any problems with Drift working with Bento.
Sweet.
Drift
yeah, I'll admit I haven't used Drift with Bento, but I don't see why they wouldn't work together very well. They should.
All I did was create custom classes for each picture in Bento and Drift. I have 2 Drift animate stacks, one for pick large and pick small.
Sweet.
And I just have them and it's awesome. It's powerful, especially when you go down to iPhone size and it reorganizes things so that it makes sense.
Yes.
Real excited about it. Also just bought your program for converting your website into an app.
Oh, the PWA? Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, quick question on that, and I'll skip the community question here.
Sure.
I'm assuming that I'll be able to use my, is it called CMS?
Total CMS?
I'm driving, so yeah, Total CMS, and I'll be able to make changes off of my phone, off the app side of things with Total CMS.
Yes.
For updates, basically.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, it works.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a long month of learning because I still need to learn Total CMS and get everything dialed in. But Joe, one more question. Your Pi.
Yes.
In Pi, was that updated to work with Foundation 6?
Yes, it works great with Foundation 6.
Okay, is there, on my old Pi, I used a slider. And in the slider was the old slider app stack, or I'm guessing it's a slider stack.
Yeah.
It had a spot that had a spot for like a class, basically, for Pi to reference in its code. The new slider that works with Foundation 6 doesn't have that same spot, that same drop down. Well, on the page inspector, you can't find where to put that class properly for it to reference on the new slider. In the old slider, it says it's a old foundation stack, and it doesn't work.
Range
so
slider.
What's the easiest way
there's a class setting in the, I'm not sure exactly which setting you're referring to from the old Foundation, but there is a class setting on the new range slider in Foundation 6.
Yeah, I put it in that class setting and it doesn't seem to work. I'll do some more research on it and see if I'm putting it in the wrong spot, or if maybe
Post on
Pi
the
is
community
referencing the wrong
what you
spot.
were doing and what you were doing and trying to migrate it over, and we'll help you out. We might need to tweak the Pi code or something. I'm not exactly sure. So, but I'm happy to help out, get it working again.
It might be referencing the different spot. Sweet, cool. Yeah, I'm excited. And then and find out on that. If you have an app you recommend for
Oop, we lost him.
That was totally garbled.
Yeah, it was garbled at the end.
um,
Oh, there he
You're
is.
driving too fast.
chat on.
It's all that sun.
Yeah, if you guys have a chat, if you have a spot, I can look at the link. Oh man, I'm down in Rancho today. It's it finally got sunny, and I gotta go. I got a long day today on the road. You caught me in the car. I'm Rancho and then down to Irvine and then down to Temecula. So I got a big loop today.
Nice.
So, but I'll be back on it, and then I'm hoping to get some stuff before Friday's hangout.
Sweet.
Get some things dialed in so that I can. I'm pretty excited about putting Drift with Bento and seeing what I can do with that.
Awesome. Can't wait to see it, bud.
Oh, I looked for one more thing I couldn't find on your YouTube videos.
What's that?
I'm using a Bento. Okay, in Bento, I'm using an advanced setting, and I apologize, the computer's not with me. And I put a video stack in there on Foundation 6 video, but I'm getting no audio from it. Do you have one of your tutorials? I searched by video and it's just old stuff, and I feel like it's not. Where do I go to look at?
I
putting
think the
video?
Foundation 6 video is set to be. No, it's not muted by default.
No, I mean, I uploaded a video, a .movie, a .mov, instead of a picture, and it plays just fine on preview, and it's actually playing on my website right now, which is not even working.
And you have it in the picture stack?
Audio.
You have it in the picture stack?
Oh, it's in an advanced stack, advanced picture.
Yes. So when you put a video into a picture stack, it will not play sound. I think we lost him. So there we go. So yeah, there you can in a here. Let me share. For those that you don't know, maybe. Picture. So in a picture stack, oops, this is the starter pack picture stack. 1 second. Let's go here. Picture. All right. So in picture, if you add in a source warehouse, okay, in here, you can actually set it to be an MP4 file. Okay. Now he said he was uploading an MOV file, and MOV isn't an option. So, but if you can upload a MP4 and use it as an image, but as he said, he was getting no audio, and I'm pretty certain that's done by the browser. Like when you use a video as an image, it won't play any audio. If you wanted audio, then you have to use the video stack instead. So I think that's what Jason was talking about. That's what I deciphered. I just noticed people have been posting in the chat, and I totally have been ignoring them. All right. Oh, Fernando was saying Scoosh when we were talking about images. Scoosh is good. Yes, Scoosh is also good. Cool. Any other questions?
it, so I'll watch that. I'm sure you probably just covered the video portion on Bento. I just missed the whole thing.
So yeah, I think you were using a picture stack. And
Probably.
in a picture stack, it doesn't play audio for a video. If you want to play audio, then you have to use the video stack. However, audio will not play by default on a browser. Browsers will automatically mute a video. You have to actually unmute it or go to your browser preferences, and your user will actually have to allow your site to automatically play audio if it's auto playing on page load.
Is it what is the item that you click before you drop a video stack in there?
What the item you click? I'm not
Well,
sure
you know,
I
like
follow.
when you're adding Bento items, you can.
Well, you just add the video into the Bento item. Just add a video stack inside of Bento.
All right, I think that's what I did. So I'll play with it, and then I'll follow back. I don't want to take up everyone's time, so
Okay.
I'll check back on Friday on it and see what I'm doing wrong. It might be a format on the video because it's .move.
Could be. Yeah, you might want to use an MP4 instead of an MOV file.
That might be it. Cool. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, Jason. Bye.
This is definitely different, Joe.
What is this software? Oh, hey, Scott.
Yeah, this is Sessions.
Hey, Jody, how's your site going? You were able to get all your issues for a while. A couple days you were posting some questions on the community. Just make sure you're all set now.
Yeah, what was happening was I use Preview a lot. I know you do too. When it changed, I get a lot of PNGs, and so I just swing them all into Preview, and in one shot you can export them as JPEGs. Well, it turns out Photo is itchy. Photo, not Photo Pro.
Yes.
Photo was itchy, and it will only take JPG, not JPEG.
Oh, okay.
So it took a while to find that out. So if you could adjust the code so that it's not, that's the default.
So it's not as
Preview.
picky. I can see that.
It's
yeah.
not as picky.
Yep.
Because I'm sure a lot of people use Preview to do the exactly same thing, and if they happen to then swing it into Photo, they're going to run into that issue too.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I made note of that. So next time I work on Photo, I'll look into that code to see and try to make it a little less picky with the file extensions.
Yeah. And what is the difference between JPG and JPEG?
Nothing. Just the name of the file.
Okay. Well, yeah, it would be, I guess there's no point in having Apple adjust Preview to also put out JPGs. It's a lot easier to have you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that would be very helpful for future work.
Yes.
Just a quick one. I know Josh will very likely know this, but in that retro batch, right? If you produce a load of things on my iMac, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've also got it installed on the MacBook Pro.
Mm-hmm.
Can you take, like with Transmit, you can just import, export. Can you do the same in retro batch? I haven't found whether you can take what you've produced there and have it on the app over there.
Yeah, so you just save a file. So retro batch, you just so you would just take that file that you saved, the retro batch. I'm going to call it a script, but the retro batch file. You just move it over there, and then you can have that automation on both Macs.
I just got to find out where it's saving them. Then, yeah.
Yeah. Probably if you just go to the app and just do like file open or something like that, or something like that, and then it'll kind of show you the folder, where it defaults it to save to.
In the actual app.
Yeah,
folder,
exactly. Yeah,
gotcha,
in retro batch. Yeah.
So yeah, I know it'd be. Yeah, I've just been thinking about lots of other things. It's just good point. Yes.
So So yeah, that's easy. That's an easy one. Just figure out where save that file to of the workflow you created, and then you can move that over.
Yeah, I've been into all the bits where the apps are, so I know where to look. Yeah, it's just
sweet.
Mm.
Cool. Well, guys.
Hey, Joe.
Yes, Bill?
Are you going to send me a link to talk to you or what?
Yeah, you should have got an email reply with a Zoom link with a calendar event.
I'm missing the Zoom link in that reply from last night.
Oh, really? Interesting. Okay, I'll ping both of you then, because I'm meeting with both of you guys today. Okay, I'll look at that. But yeah,
short and sweet.
Sweet. Yeah, Bill, I have you in 20 minutes. So,
yes. Okay.
Oh, look at that. Actually, it doesn't have a Zoom link on mine either. My connection to Zoom must have broke. I'll shoot you a link. Okay. Actually, maybe we'll use sessions. I'll shoot you a link to this. I'll just shoot you via the community or something. Okay.
Yeah, I am finding the this sessions program you're using is very choppy.
Oh, choppy? Oh, okay. Interesting. It seems pretty smooth to me actually today. Interesting, but good feedback. Always testing new things and see if I do like the interface of it. It's very nice. I think its interface is a little cleaner than Zoom's, but
most definitely.
Yeah.
Interface is nice. Audio is poor.
Oh, okay.
Is it actually an app,
good
or
feedback.
is it just online?
The audio is not good.
Really? Interesting.
It seems like it's a little distant, like it's one step back from where the Zoom call normally is. Because when we're on your Hangout on Friday, that Zoom is like, the audio is right there. And it could be a back end thing on session.
Cool.
So
good feedback. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I like the bottom here: transcript, takeaways, notes, Q&A, polls, chat.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. So
it's very similar to Zoom.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna call it quits for the day. I'm gonna get a little bit of grub, and then I have a meeting with Bill in 20 minutes to talk about his talk at the conference. So yeah, sweet.
Is today
hope everyone has a great rest of your week, and hopefully we'll see a lot of you on Friday at our Hangouts. Cool.
Yeah,
take care, everyone.
Be an hour late, but I will be there.
Hey, bye.
Have a good one.